My son, self-respect is not a feeling. It is not confidence. It is not liking yourself. It is not positive self-talk. Self-respect is behavior. It is what you do when no one is watching. It is how you act when it would be easier not to. It is how you treat yourself when comfort is available and discipline is not required. Most men say they lack confidence. What they lack is self-respect. And confidence cannot exist without it. You cannot think your way into self-respect. You cannot affirm your way into it. You cannot outsource it to praise, success, or validation. Self-respect is earned, quietly, repetitively, through actions that align with your values, even when your emotions resist. That is why so many men feel hollow. They feel good sometimes. They feel inspired occasionally. But underneath, something is unstable, because their behavior does not match who they say they are. And the nervous system always notices that gap. Self-respect begins with one simple truth. You are always teaching yourself how seriously to take your own word. Every time you say you will do something and don't, you teach yourself something. Not consciously, biologically. You teach your system that you are unreliable under pressure, and self-respect cannot coexist with unreliability. Let's strip this down to what actually matters. A man with self-respect does not negotiate with himself endlessly. He decides, then he acts, not because he is harsh, but because he understands that self-betrayal is more damaging than discomfort. Self-respect looks like getting up when you said you would, even when tired, even when no one will know. It looks like training your body consistently, not for aesthetics, for integrity. Your body is the first responsibility you were given. Neglecting it teaches your system that avoidance is acceptable. Honoring it teaches your system that effort is normal. Self-respect looks like eating in a way that doesn't sabotage your energy. Not perfectly, intentionally. You don't feed your body garbage and then wonder why your mind feels weak. You don't ask for clarity while poisoning your nervous system. Self-respect looks like saying no when something violates your standards. Not explaining, not apologizing, not performing. Just no. Boundaries are not aggression. They are clarity. A man without boundaries bleeds resentment. A man with self-respect speaks early and simply. Self-respect looks like telling the truth, especially when it costs you comfort. Lying corrodes self-respect faster than failure, because every lie splits you in two. Who you are and who you pretend to be. That split creates anxiety, not because you're immoral, because you're incoherent. Integrity and self-respect are inseparable. You cannot respect yourself if you do not live in alignment. Self-respect looks like doing what you said you would do, even when motivation disappears. Because motivation is not the standard. Identity is. A man with self-respect does not wait to feel ready. He acts because that is what he does. He does not require emotional permission to keep his word. Now listen carefully. Self-respect is not rigidity. It is not perfection. It is not punishment. It is containment. Containment means you don't let every impulse dictate your behavior. You can feel desire without chasing it. You can feel anger without exploding. You can feel fear without retreating. That restraint builds strength. A man who respects himself does not numb himself habitually. Alcohol, porn, endless scrolling, fantasy. Occasional indulgence is not the issue. Dependence is. Dependence teaches your system that discomfort is intolerable. Self-respect teaches your system that discomfort is survivable. And survivable discomfort builds confidence naturally. Confidence is the result of self-respect, not the cause. This is why men who chase confidence never find it. They skip the behaviors that would earn it. Self-respect also looks like choosing your environment carefully. You do not stay in places that drain you endlessly. You do not tolerate chaos out of loyalty to the past. You do not confuse familiarity with alignment. Leaving what no longer fits is an act of self-respect, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. A man with self-respect does not need to announce it. You can feel it, in how he walks, in how he speaks, in how he pauses before responding. He does not rush. He does not over-explain. He does not seek approval. Because his approval comes from kept promises. This is why self-respect is deeply attractive, not just to women, to life. Opportunities respond to reliability. People trust men who trust themselves, and men who trust themselves do so because they have evidence. Here is the part most men avoid. Self-respect requires disappointment tolerance. You will disappoint others when you respect yourself. You will say no. You will leave. You will choose differently. If you need to be liked, self-respect will feel threatening. But if you need to live with yourself, self-respect becomes non-negotiable. A man who abandons himself to keep peace with others eventually resents everyone. A man who respects himself creates peace internally first. That peace becomes external over time. Self-respect also looks like responsibility, not blame. Responsibility means you stop waiting for circumstances to change before you act. You stop telling yourself stories about potential. You deal with what is, and you improve it deliberately. A man with self-respect does not drift. He chooses, even imperfectly, because choosing beats avoiding. And avoidance is the enemy of self-respect. Let me say this clearly. You do not build self-respect by fixing everything at once. You build it by choosing a few behaviors and making them law. Sleep when you say you will. Train when you say you will. Stop what you say you will stop. No drama, no heroics, just consistency. Your nervous system will notice. And slowly, something shifts. You stop questioning yourself so much. You stop second-guessing. You stop needing external reassurance. Not because life is easier, but because you are solid. This is what people mean when they say, strong sense of self. It is not personality, it is pattern. A man who respects himself does not ask, do I deserve better? He acts better, and better responds. So if you want self-respect, stop trying to feel it. Practice it. Let your behavior speak. Your nervous system will listen. And when it does, self-respect will no longer be something you seek. It will be something you live.